I'm going to walk you through how to do the WooCommerce tax stuff. So we have the spreadsheet here, which is all the states that we have Nexus in. So we're going to start with that. Then we're going to go to Avalara and click on those states here. And so I've already done that. You'll see all of our Nexus states are selected. So we're going to download the tax rates for these states and click continue. I put a test name in here. They don't seem to care what we put in here. So I've been using test stuff. Download rate tables. Let's see if they let us do it. Yes, they're going to let us do it. And it should automatically download here. They're compiling it. There it is. I'm going to show it in Finder, and I'll pull that up here. All right, so I'm going to unzip it, and then I'll pull it up. Here it is. Okay, so you'll see it has what I think is 29 states. So it gives us, 29 different CSV files. Now we could go ahead and work with each of these individually, but we're going to do it a little differently. Let's go back to that folder. You'll see all these. First thing you want to do is delete this thing. Now there's an issue with DreamPress where things are timing out and ultimately crashing the website, which is very problematic. And that happens if you try to combine all these into one and upload them. And so what I've done is I've created multiple folders where, let me find them here real quick. I've gone ahead and done a couple things here. Here's the updated folders. So I did this earlier. And the combined thing was not in there. I'll just go ahead and I'll delete it in this folder. And you can kind of ignore this exported from Google Sheets. That's the next step. But first thing you want to do to make things simpler, we're going to separate them into 5 different folders, and they should all have around 7 files, but you'll see some have 5, some have a couple more. But basically you want to keep the folders about the same size, so that way DreamPress can handle it. If we had a super fast server, with a lot of juice in it, we could just probably upload a single file that would do the job, and that would be awesome. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, we'll do that. So what we're first going to do is go in and zip these up via not zip them up, but combine them via the command line. So I'm just going to change directory. It's fine if you don't know the command line. There are probably other ways to do this. Maybe even within Excel you can figure out how to combine them. This is how I'd like to do it. And so what I'm going to do is navigate to that folder, and so right now I'm in this tax rates 1 folder on the command line. Let me stretch this out so it's a little bit easier to read. There you can see I'm in that folder. And the next thing I'm going to do is just combine them using an old Linux command. Let me find that command here. Where are you? There you are. It's pretty simple. And so I'm going to just paste this in there. And so the combined file will be combined1.csv, hit return. And so now if I go back to that folder, you'll see it added this combined1 file. And if you open this, you'll see these 5 states all in there in the combined file. So there's Arizona or Arkansas. Right, is that Arkansas, Arizona? Yeah, or Arkansas. And then next will be Arizona, AZ, CA. So you can see it's in alphabetical order because that's how Avalara gave it to us, which is great. The problem is that the headers do not gel with how WooCommerce needs them. So this line here and all the subsequent data does not gel with WooCommerce. So what I'm going to show you next is a file that I've already edited that has all the headers edited. And let me actually, I'm going to pull up a different one here. So we're looking at the exact same thing. Let's do combined1. There it is. Okay, so here's combined1. This is exactly what we're looking at. Now I've already updated these headers. And so you need to add a column on the left, and then you have to add US all the way down. That just says, hey, we're in the US. There's going to be a bunch of junk. You'll see in this spreadsheet, this is the one that combined from Avalara. There's a bunch of junk in this, let's see, fifth or sixth column here, starting with state rate. We don't need any of this stuff over here from, any of this can all go. So what I've done here is deleted all that. We need the rate percentage. So this is the combined rate. That's really what we need. So it adds the state rate, county rate, city rate, special rate. It'll add all that up and put it in this column. That's why we can just get away with using this column. And so I'm going to delete everything in these from this column on over and on down. And in its place, you'll see I added these WooCommerce specific headers, tax name, priority. Under the priority column, you need to do ones all the way down, and shipping, do ones all the way down. That just makes sure, like this shipping column makes sure that the tax is added after shipping. And so it's going to just make it all work. And everything else can be empty over there. And so once you have this, you're just going to export as a CSV. And I like to store this in a different folder just for simplicity and as I'm doing stuff. That's why I created this exported from Google Sheets. And you can see they have slightly different names. It doesn't really matter what the names are as long as you can keep track of them. So this is, I did file, download, comma separated value, and you might do this in Excel. It doesn't really matter where you do it, but ultimately I have a new CSV that is basically a reworked version of that combined Avalara one. Bottom line is, once you get here and you have the combined CSVs, so you're going to do that for all 5 folders. So now I've exported all 5 from Google. I'm going to go to WooCommerce, and this is, you're going to go to status over here, WooCommerce status. You're going to click tools, and what we're going to do is delete all the existing information for the tax stuff. Otherwise, it's going to add a whole bunch of new rows, like roughly 30,000 rows to the database. And so we don't want to do that. We want to delete the existing stuff and just replace it with this stuff. So I deleted the tax stuff here. You just saw me do that probably. Delete tax rates. Then I'm going to import them. So now I'm going to go to WooCommerce, settings, tax, standard rates, and import CSV. And you're going to go through and import each CSV file. Where did I put those? They're right wherever they are. Let me find them here. The bottom line is you upload them, you click choose file, find that. Oh, I can just do it from a folder, can't I? So let me do that. This is another way to upload via WordPress. You can actually just drag onto that choose file, makes things easy, and click upload file and import. You're going to do that for all 5 of these files that you exported from, in my case, Google, but you might export them out of a different program. And then you see import complete. And now if we view the tax rates, there's going to be 4,888 tax rates under the standard rates. So after you do that for all 5, you'll see them all and see how the shipping is checked. That's what we want. We want priority 1. Everything else looks correct. And I usually click this double arrow there because sometimes I'll get junk that shows up, and you'll just want to delete that when you get there. And for some reason, it's not letting me go over there, but oftentimes that stuff ends up at the very bottom. Oh, it looks like the page didn't even load properly. That would explain it. I bet you we're already over there. Yep, so this all looks good. Sometimes you'll just see like weird stuff down. Oh wait, here it is, 2 weird things. US state zip code. So I think it took in the header and the footer or something. So you're gonna click on these and then click remove selected rows. I'm having issues with my browser at this very moment. Let's see if I can, there it goes. Click that. There you go. I held down shift and clicked it. And then I'm just gonna remove these 2 rows. And so that's it. That's how you do it. Pretty complex for what it is, but that's where we're at. Hopefully in the future we'll have a simpler process.